Mataji.
I'm so happy to see all of you all. How was all of your day?
Good.
Good.
Good,
Nice to hear,
Mataji.
girl.
It was
So
good, Mataji.
very nice to hear, and I'm so happy all
How
of
was
you.
your day?
Hi, Krishna. So let's all start off with the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् नमयों विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So nice that we have completed chapter 2 and we have come to the journey of the third chapter. So as we start off with our third chapter, let's as usual, let's just have a recap of our second chapter. So all of you can tell me what all we learned yesterday. What all we learned yesterday? What was the first thing that we learned yesterday? Hey Krishna, am I audible? What did we learn yesterday? What was the connection between the first chapter and second chapter? The first chapter was completely talking about the four moods, the three moods, and the acceptance of the Lord. And the second chapter also spoke about four things.
The surrender as a disciple.
Yeah, yesterday.
Surrender as a disciple. Atmajnana. To
Yeah.
put it is lasting happiness.
Very, very nice. I'm so happy that you told me all the four topics that we learned. So, what was the connection between the first chapter and second chapter? In first chapter, Arjuna was so confused with four questions, and now Krishna wanted to answer them. So Krishna gave the summary, everything in the second chapter. Mataji, when Krishna already have given the summary in the second chapter, then what is there in third chapter, Mataji? Now the third chapter is going to talk about many things. But the relationship between the first and second chapter was that this is not body, this is soul. So Krishna answered all this in the second chapter. So in second chapter, when we see Arjuna was so confused to have a battle or no, because they were all their relatives, cousins, and he was afraid of his four sins and the four things, and that Krishna cleared it in the second chapter. And what did Arjuna do? He surrendered unto Krishna. He told, please Krishna, accept me as your disciple. I am in the most confused state. Whatever you tell, I will take complete shelter of yours. Whatever you tell, I will accept it, Krishna. So Arjuna accepted Krishna as his guru. They were friends and he accepted her as guru. And what we learned, the second thing was Atma Jnana. What did we learn in Atma Jnana, girls? All of you, I was so happy. After the class, most of you were messaging me about the doubts of many things. How do we control our mind? How can we go back to Krishna? All of you were questioning me, how can I control and how can the subtle body can be, become less energetic and our soul become more energetic. What should we do, Mataji? So for all that we will get answer in this in this chapter. So what did we learn at Atma Jnana, girls? Can we be quick for the recap? What did we learn in Atma Jnana? About
the soul passes into
three
another
stages
body.
of body, right? What are the three stages of body?
Gross body, subtle body,
Gross body, subtle body, soul.
Gross body, which is made of The five
Five
elements.
elements.
What is
Panchabhutas.
subtle body made of?
Three elements.
Three elements.
Mind,
Intelligence,
false ego, and
Satchitananda.
intelligence.
Yes. And what is soul made of?
Satchitananda.
Satchitananda Vigraha.
Sachita. Sa means, such means forever. Ananda means
Forever.
jnana. Such.
Happiness.
Sa means forever. Okay. T means jnana. Ananda means happiness. Who is Bhagwan? Forever happiness. Sachitananda Vigraha. So we learned about this. And what did we learn? For example, what did we learn? That this body fights with the subtle body. The soul fights with the subtle body to go back to the Lord. But who is winning all the time? Who is
When we
winning all
chant
the
Hare
time?
Krishna.
Subtle.
When we chant Hare Krishna.
The subtle body is winning all the time. Because why? Why is it winning all the time? Because it has so many desires. It always have so many desires. And now, because of the desires, we are taking up different body. Like, we see our phone. When our phone breaks, what happens, girls, when our phone breaks?
Again, we will buy new phone.
We'll buy a new phone. But the phone is broken, that is okay, that is not able to work, it is not in a stage that it will help us. But what about the SIM in it? We don't change it, no? We put it into the other phone. And whatever the information is there in that SIM is always retaining, right? The same way, the phone is our body. Our body might break, it might not be in a position to give all the energy to soul. So what does the soul do? It tries keep to change the body. But when it is trying to change the body, when the sim is trying to change the body, but the information in the sim, the desires, the information in the sim are the desires in us, in the subtle body. So the information in the sim is like the desires in the subtle body. It is not able to being removed, no, until we remove it. Will we be able to remove it if the phone is broken? If the phone is broken, will the details in the sim will be broken out or will it be erased? No, it is permanent. So what should we do? When we change the sim, when we have a new phone, we change many things on new phone. In the same way, there are small changes in the sim taking place. So it is the same. Our body is also the same, girls. Our body is considered to be the phone, and our sim is considered to be the soul, and the information in the sim is considered to be the subtle body. So until the information, the subtle body, it reduces its desires, it is very difficult for us to reach back to the Lord. So in this chapter we will learn how is it possible to reduce desires, how is it possible to make our subtle body with less desires, and how can this desires used in the Lord's service. So it's very beautifully explained in this chapter. And next, what did we learn? We learned about Swadharma. That is, what is Dharma, what is Swadharma, and what is Nitya Dharma, right? What was Swadharma, girls? Swadharma is the Dharma that we do it for devotion, and Nitya Dharma is our daily duties. Okay, so now this was the recap of our third chapter. Now, what are we going to see in the second chapter? Now, what are we going to see in the third chapter, Mataji? We have already learned the summary of Bhagavad Gita, but the third chapter is going to teach about the Karma Yoga. Now, from 2 days, what are we giving our soul? From 2 days, what are we giving our soul? Every day we are giving food to our soul, no? It is very happy. But now, what is karma? Even if we are giving food to our soul, why the subtle body is still hungry with so many desires? And how can we submerge those desires? It's being explained in this chapter of Karma Yoga. So before we start, let us all together once chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra for benefit of all of us, that we all should understand the Bhagavad Gita in the right way and try to apply it in our life in the right way. So let's all chant one time of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
I'm
Hare.
so happy. Thank you so much, girls. Yeah. So now, what are we going to see in third chapter, Mataji? What is karma? what karma is called. And we were all having so many questions yesterday, no? All of you were asking, is karma going to really work in our life? We will get answers for all these questions. Yes, karma do work in our life. Will karma change our fate? Yes, it will do change our fate. We will see how. So there are four subtopics. Girls, I request all of you to stay muted so that it will not cause disturbance to others. Thank you. So we see again, like how we saw in the past chapter, the four things. Again in this chapter also, that we are going to see four things. Bound by karma. Why are we bound by karma? What is karma, and why are we bound by karma? Rungs of life. What are so many things that in life comes, but how can we still come out of it? Who's an exemplary leader? Do we really need a leader in our life? Who's the real enemy? Which is very, very important. Who is the real enemy? So we will get into it. Here it is so beautifully explained and spoken by Krishna and the questions asked by Arjuna. Here you see very beautifully in Bhagavad Gita, shloka number 3.1, Arjuna said, O Janardana, O Keshava. He's telling, O Janardana, O protector of all the living entities, O protector of the devotees and sadhus, O Janardana, whom demons are killed by your hands. So Arjuna is telling, oh Janardana, you are the protector of all the devotees, you are the protector of the whole universe. And for the protection of universe, you kill the demons. Oh Keshava, he's telling, oh Keshava, who have killed the demons of Keshi, the demon named Keshi. Why do you want to engage me in the ghastly warfare of, if you think that intelligence is better than fruitive work? So Arjuna is questioning Krishna here. Krishna, in yesterday's chapter, in second chapter, you told me so many things, Krishna, that Swadharma and Nityadharma, you were telling me that Swadharma is very important, devotional service, keeping our soul, giving a food to our soul is very important. And what? Swadharma is very important. And he was telling Nityadharma is why? When you told Swadharma is so important, giving food to our soul is so important. Krishna, why? Why are you asking me? Oh Janardana, oh Keshava, why are you again asking me to go and fight with them? You only told me that Swadharma is very important. Devotion is very important. Why are you asking me to go and fight with them again? Arjuna understood it wrong. And Krishna tells, in the later stages, Krishna will answer why Arjuna was asking like this. So here you see, Arjuna is telling, my intelligence is beloved. By your equivalent instructions there, please tell me decisively which will be the most beneficial for me. So Arjuna is completely surrendering onto Krishna. He's completely surrendering onto Krishna and he's asking, oh Janardana, oh Keshava, you are the one who told me that Swadharma is very, very important. Devotional act is very, very important. And now you are asking me to go and fight with them. What do I do? Now he's questioning Krishna. And he's telling, my intelligence is now so confused. Arjuna is weeping, crying, and asking Krishna, I am not having any intelligence right now. He's praying, he's asking to Krishna, please show me a direction where I can understand what is right for me. So when Arjuna is weeping and asking, so the topic of karma comes here. What is karma? Karma means work. Whatever work we do is considered to be karma. Any work, it might be a good work, it might be a bad work. Everything is considered to be karma. So now we see the next PPT. Anybody who wants to read the slide?
Yes,
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji, please read.
Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way you will always remain free from bondage.
See how beautifully Krishna is telling here, work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu. First of all, what is work? Work means karma. What is karma? Karma, whatever work we do is our karma. It might be a good work or it might be a bad work. Whatever work we do, it is equals to a karma. So now the Lord is telling, any work that you do, you can sacrifice it to me. Otherwise, this work will cause a material bondage. Krishna is telling, if you don't offer any work to me, that is going to cause the material bondage. So I'll just tell you an example, girls. Uh, if we see, we are in this bondage where we are having karma and gunas. Gunas are of three types, which we will be seeing in the chapter number 13, where there are three types of guna: sattva guna, raja guna, and tamo guna. Sattva guna is very simple, act according to life. Rajaguna is like, oh my god, come on, this should be done, that should be done. I have to be, it is like very quick, very active. That Rajaguna is a thing should be done now. It's like ordering, it's like a boss. Rajaguna. And Tamoguna is always lazy. Okay, where do I find a bed so that I can sleep? Where do I find this so that I can sleep? So when our body are having this three gunas, girls, it is Sattva, Tamo, and Rajaguna. Yes, we have all these three gunas. These three gunas, today we will be in Sattva guna, very calm, chanting, very happy, very disciplined, and all of the sudden I go to work and I become of Rajoguna. And then when I come home, I become very lazy and I become of Tamoguna. So we have all these three gunas in our body. So when we are having all these gunas in our body, of course we work, of course we have karma. It doesn't mean none of us are doing karma, girls, or all of us not doing any karma. All of us are not doing any karma.
Yes, we do.
We do, right? It might be bad or it might be good, but we are working. So, but for what are we working, girls? Until date, for what are we working? For what do we work?
For ourselves.
For ourselves, right? For ourselves. And we don't, think of the results. We always work for ourselves. So, when we see girls, we are always in the mood of working for ourselves. So, I'll just tell you now, for an example, as we were discussing yesterday, my favorite food is rasmalai. Okay, now I see rasmalai on roadside. I feel, okay, I shouldn't eat this rasmalai because it is made of roadside. I don't know how hygienic they maintain, how it is. So I have so many friends around me. I feel, no, I don't eat rasmalai because I don't know how good it is for me. It's not good for my health. So I'm not eating rasmalai. For outside to my friends, I'm telling this, I don't eat rasmalai. I don't know how hygienic it's outside, how it's like that in this. And what am I doing inside my heart? As I'm passing and passing the rasmalai place, I will go. I'm not eating rasmalai. How could I not eat rasmalai today? I'm missing this rasmalai. So we do this, no? When we are passing, we might make our mind understand or bluff that no, I'm not going to eat. But still, is our mind in our control? We still feel no. Oh, I should have eaten. Or even when we are passing, until we pass, we still feel, oh, I'm not eating rasmalai. It's my favorite. I didn't eat it. I didn't eat it. Yes or no? So what are we doing there, girls? Aren't we wearing a mask?
Yes.
Are we doing something which is told by our mind or our heart? No,
Yes.
we are trying to act, isn't it? Because what we feel inside, we are not doing it outside. We are acting. The same way, there's another example which tells about bhakti. When it comes to bhakti, the Lord is telling very beautifully in the shloka number 3.8, the before shloka, the Lord tells it very beautifully that if you are a sannyasi with so many desires, it's better to be a grahastha. What Krishna is telling there is that for a sannyasi, there will be so many regulations, right? There will be so many regulations that, they are not supposed to have luxurious things. They have to be very simple. They have to stay in the temple premises. They have hundreds of, rules and regulations to be followed. But that sannyasi, if he is really following well and good, but that sannyasi, for outside he's a sannyasi, but inside, if that person, that brahmachari, is having so many feelings, if that brahmachari is having so many feelings that, this is beautiful, this car is very beautiful, I hope I go in this car. What is the brahmachari doing now? Wearing a mask. He still has so many desires. The subtle body is still having so many desires. If I become that is good. If it's be this, it'll be good. So it is told that it is better to be a grahastha because In spite of being a brahmachari, if you're a grihasthas can enjoy everything. You can completely, nowhere in Bhagavad Gita Krishna told you have to take sannyas, you have to. I just cleared the drawings. One of you were asking. Yeah, thank you. So Krishna never told that take brahmacharya or leave everything. So that is what Arjuna didn't understand previously, right? What did Arjuna didn't understand what Swadharma and Nitya Dharma. What is Swadharma? Complete devotional act. That is giving up everything and being the service of devotional service. And Nitya Dharma. So Krishna is not telling you do only Swadharma. We have to do Nitya Dharma. So Nitya Dharma are our basic duties, like how a Grahastha have to go buy everything, take care of the family. At the same time, you see, being a grahastha, Amrita Mataji, Hare Krishna, please don't draw anything. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So a grahastha, if you're a grahastha, you have some desires. We can still, clear those desires in our heart. You want to eat something, we can eat. So Krishna is telling, in spite of telling I am a Swadharmi, I will follow everything in spite of me wearing a mask of being Swadharma, you can also follow Swadharma at the same time Nitya Dharma also. Only Swadharma with your heart unfulfilled, that is having so many desires but still following Swadharma. No, in spite of that, follow both Swadharma and Nitya Dharma. If you follow Nitya Dharma, it is your duty. You have taken human body. That is our duty to follow Nitya Dharma also. At the same time, for our soul, for to be out of this bondage of this material world. See how beautifully it's explained. Work causes bondage of this material world. To even stay in this bondage world, we need Swadharma. At the same time, since we are in this world, we also have to follow Nitya Dharma. 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry. So at the same time, we also have to follow Nitya Dharma. So I remember a very, very nice example where Ramanujacharya, you might know, most of you might know, he's a very great devotee, Ramanujacharya. There's one very good brahmachari disciple of Ramanujacharya. So what happens is brahmachari disciples of Ramanujacharya, and there is a grahastha disciple of Ramanujacharya. So when there is a grahastha disciple where to that grihastha disciple, he Ramanujacharya loves grihastha disciple a lot. And now brahmachari disciple is very concerned. I have given up everything. I have not, I have given up my family. I've given up everything. I've become his disciple. But he doesn't love me. He loves that grahastha very much. This brahmachari goes and asks Ramanujacharya directly, "Why don't you love me? Why do you love him so much?" So Ramanujacharya tells, "Okay, you just want to know why I love him so much, or why I give priority more to him, right?" So one day, one night, get into their house, and that night the wife of that grihastha is having gold bangles. Just rob those bangles and come out. He tells this. He will be in shock. How come Ramanujacharya is telling this to go rob? Okay, he thinks, okay, I will get the answer. I have to go rob. So now the Mataji, the wife of the grihastha, is sleeping, and she's sleeping, and she's not actually completely fallen asleep. She's awake, but she's just sleeping on the bed. And she sees Sannyasi, the brahmachari, coming inside. She feels, why is the brahmachari coming inside at this time? That too inside a grihastha's house, what's wrong? And she still trying to act as if she's sleeping. And now the brahmachari comes and takes the bangles off from her right hand, which was available for him. Now, when she's noticing it, that brahmachari is removing bangles from her hand. What do we do, girls, if we are in that position? How do we think?
We shout first.
We scream.
Scream. Ray, this is my bangles, gold bangles, which is made up of so much sweat and blood of my husband. He gave me those bangles. We start shouting, right? But that lady thinks, Ray Krishna, this person has come inside the Grahastha's house and he's robbing gold bangles. But that means maybe the temple is going through some big crisis. That means maybe there is some big problem in the temple happening. Maybe they don't have proper food. That is why he's coming to rob. Okay, let me give off this bangle. Let me give my left hand also. Actually, her left hand was hidden. but she will remove her left hand and keep it in front of him. He gets scared. He understands that this woman is awake. He runs, catching the bangle. And now this woman is running behind him. And all of a sudden, the Prabhu, the husband of this woman, comes and asks, "Why are you running? What happened at this time?" She explains this whole scenario. The brahmachari has come. Yes, he has taken this gold bangles. I gave them this. He's not taking this. She didn't tell that what was the reason that he took. And that husband is telling, "Are you run. Maybe they're in some big problem. You please run, go give him this bangles also and come." And she runs behind him. The brahmachari goes to Ramanujacharya and tells, "You have the very greatest disciples." So what is the lesson that you understood from this, girls? What is the lesson?
Do what you want.
Okay, that's it.
Devotion is very
Empathetic towards
important.
the thief.
We can, one
Follow
thing that, yeah,
We have to work for Vishnu.
How we understand others.
so what we understood from
Don't
Grihasta's
react.
life is, what we understood from Grihasta's life is, when they saw a brahmachari coming, they didn't think he's a thief. They didn't blame him. When he was pulling the gold bangles and going away, they thought he is in such a big problem. The temple is in such a big problem. So when we understand what? How do we understand?
We have to think positive.
We understand, and we understand that this material, when we understand this is mine, this is mine, everything is mine, then that mind, that selfishness, like how Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana had, that selfishness in their heart, it will always remain. When it is, this is mine. But when we don't have any desires, thinking these bangles are mine, my husband, if temple is having problem, why should I give? When we start thinking like this, then we have so many desires in our heart. So one thing that we always have to understand is, when we have more desires in our heart, it's difficult, it's very difficult to come out of it. But when we try to give these desires to the Lord, it is very easy. But see, now here Krishna is telling bondage in this material world. What is the bondage in this material world? If you see now, if you give me handcuffs, when we are having handcuffs, if you give me golden handcuff or a copper handcuff, is there any difference, girls? No, right? There's no difference. You give me gold, you give me silver, you give me diamonds, any handcuffs that you give to my hand is the same. Because why? Why?
Then handcuffs.
Because they're handcuffs
They're
and
not
they're
having.
keeping me in the bondage. I cannot run away anywhere. I am in that bondage. In the same way, our body and our subtle body is there in this bondage like a handcuff. And our soul is not going towards the Lord. It's in such a, that it is not able to break the bondage and it's not able to go to the Lord. So if we see here, the Lord is telling, "O son of Kunti, O Arjuna, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction. In that way, you will always remain free from bondage." So now we understood what is bondage. Material bondage, grahastha bondage, sannyasi bondage, our own mind's bondage. At the same time, our body's bondage. We are in so many bondages now. When we have this bondage, how should we come up with bondage? Krishna is answering that also. You perform prescribed duties for the satisfaction of the Lord, and in that way, you will always remain free from bondage. So I'll give you an example. Now there is a soldier in the boundaries of our Indian country, and that soldier has he has killed 150, people, the whoever has come to oppose our India, the criminals, he have killed all 150 criminals. Now, what will the government do, girls? Because he have killed all the 150 criminals, what will he do? What will the government do?
They will give a medal.
Yeah,
Reward
they will
him.
reward him. Because of you, today our half of our India is saved. So they give him award, they praise him, and now they also did this. They told 2 months you can go on a holiday. So now since he got 2 months holiday, happily he comes home. Okay, he comes home and he's planting, waters. He's planting trees. He's giving water to the trees. He sees this neighborhood person doing some adharma, cutting the plants or harming all those things. He sees some adharma is happening. So now what he does, he brings the gun. He's already, we know he's a army person, so they will have gun. So he brings his gun and he shots of the neighbor. Now how will the government treat him?
They punish him.
Criminal.
Why? When he killed 150 people to protect the whole India, it is okay. Now also this person, the neighbor person also was doing adharma, no? Why should he be
But the
punished?
situation was different. But the situation was different.
What
But
situation?
he is a neighbor.
This
It's
was
a
not
neighbor.
They were
His duty is different. When he is in army, his duty is to do that. When he is in with a neighbor, his duty is not to treat him like that.
What is here is what happened, what he did when he killed the army, what happened? He did it for everybody.
Country.
When he did it, he killed the neighborhood. Did he do it for the country?
no.
Person.
No. He did it for himself, right? Because of his krodha, because he was angry. The neighborhood person was not going to harm anybody. Just because he had so much krodha in his heart for the neighborhood person, he did it for himself, right? That is the difference here. So anything that we do it for ourselves, we are getting into this bondage more and more and more. And the more we do it for the Lord, we are coming out of this bondage. That is how beautifully the Lord is telling, whatever you do, whatever duties you do, you offer it to me, give it to me. Then you will be free from bondage. I am telling it for your sake only. Because if you don't offer it to me, you're still in this bondage. I am so concerned about you. So the Lord is telling so beautifully that you will remain in this bondage. But when you offer it to me, I will protect you. I will bring you out of this bondage. So what is the life lesson here? Who wants to read this? Yes. Yes, Vardhini Mataji.
If we organize our lives according to the guidance of the Lord, we can be freed from all kinds of karmic bondage and attain liberation.
See how beautiful it is. Just we have to organize in our lives that it is under the shelter of how Arjuna took the shelter of the Lord. Oh Lord, oh Vasudeva, oh Keshava, oh Janardana. I am not in a situation to understand what is right, what is wrong. You guide me. I am taking complete shelter of your lotus feet. You have to guide me. So when we take the shelter of the Lord like that, and when we offer everything to the Lord, it is very easy that we will come out of this karmic bondage. But when we start thinking, this is me, mine, everything is mine, this body is mine, these people are mine, this is mine, that is mine, then we are still in the cuff, in the bondage of this mine, me, everything is mine. But when we understand, I am not me, I am not this body, I am this soul. And when I understand, I am here in this body because of this karmic bondages that I have. But when I offer it to the Lord, I will attain liberation. So Krishna is telling, you have to organize it. It's very easy. You will very easily reach it to. You will very easily reach to me. So beautifully as Krishna explained. Now, anybody who wants to read the slide, girls? Yes, Sarisha Mataji.
That the devotees of the Lord are released from all kind of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin.
See, previously now Krishna told, offer everything to me, sacrifice everything to me, depend on me, so that you are out of this material bondage. But at the same time, Krishna is telling, everything is created from me. This universe is created from me. The water is from me. The mud is from me. The trees are from me. The food that you're eating from me. The fire is from me. Everything is a part and parcel of me. So Krishna is telling, everything is from me. Then why? Again, the Lord is telling, from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is not offered to me. If you offer it to me, all the sins are clean. Why is Krishna telling like that? Why is food containing sin when if everything is Krishna, it is made by Krishna? Everything is made by Krishna, then why is that food containing so much sin?
Because we have to show some gratitude
I'll tell you an
to the
example.
food.
I'll tell you an example. Now there is a father in the house. What does the father do? He earns, right? He earns, he takes care of the family, he does everything, isn't it? He's the person for the problems, for the happiness, for the sadness, we reach out to our father. Now the father is earning so much and keeping, and now one day I just go and pick up a 2,000 or 3,000 money from my father's pocket without telling it to my father or mother, and I utilize it for myself. Is it wrong?
Yes, it is.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, right? It is wrong. But why it's wrong? Arey, my father is earning for me. I just took it from his pocket. He's earning for me only for my welfare. Then why is it wrong, girls?
We didn't take
In place
permission
of
or
stealing,
we didn't
you
ask.
can ask the permission.
We didn't ask the permission, right? But if my father is coming and giving me 2,000 to my hand, is that correct?
Yes, Mataji.
Why?
Yes.
How can he give that kid 2,000? Yeah, will he not become a bad kid? Will I not become a bad girl if my dad gives me 2,000? I'll go roam around, eat everything, whatever I want. Isn't it wrong?
But he didn't steal the money.
But he didn't steal the money. At the same time, the father knows, okay, I'm giving this 2,000 means there is some need for her. Only because she has need, she will utilize it. If not, she will not utilize it. The trust is there, right? For the father, only with that trust he gives us money. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
The same way, we have a question. If we think the Lord has prepared everything for us in this world, everything, the Lord Himself, He is telling everything is a part and parcel of me. The sun, the whole, mud, water, food, the elements, everything are created by me. Then aren't we eating, taking without taking Krishna's permission? Everything? Aren't we utilizing everything without Krishna's permission? Are we utilizing it or no? Krishna is telling everything is from me.
Yes.
Are we
Yes.
telling Krishna, today I'm eating this brinjal? Are we telling him, I'm taking
No.
this brinjal? Everything is from him. The mud, the air that we are taking, are we asking Krishna permission? The air that I'm taking inside my nose, please give me permission, only then I will breathe.
No,
No,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Oh, we are not taking his permission. It's like Krishna is telling, the food that you're eating is so sinful because we are thefting. How we theft our, robbed our money from our father's pocket. The same way, without the Lord's permission, we are just eating. But it's okay. The Lord is like, it's okay. Even if you don't take my permission, it is not a big deal. But even you don't ask me, that is not a big deal. But you know how much sinful food you are eating in today's world. In olden days, girls, when they were farming, I keep hearing what my father and mother tells, that there were snakes inside the field, and there were so many crabs, and there were so many insects, and they would stick onto their skin, and they had to remove that, and it was so difficult to work in those times. And you see, in today's world, everything machines, everything is a tractor, right? Everything has tractor, everything is happening under machines. So do you think, girls, the mud doesn't have any bacteria? The mud doesn't have any insects? Are there no insects in the mud? Are there no bacteria? Are there no living entities in the mud? There are no earthworms. There's so many things, right, in the mud. We 84
Mataji.
lakh species. In 84 lakh species, we are only able to see some thousand species. That's it. There are infinite number of species we don't even see with our naked eye, which are also present in air, which are present in mud, which are present everywhere. There is a bacteria, there is an algae. Everything is a living organism. There is a tree. Everything is a living organism. So, but what are we doing in the field nowadays? There is a tractor which plows the field. And when the tractor is plowing the field, there are so many insects dead. And later on in today's world, everything has become so modern. We need everything quick. The population has become more. So what are they doing for that population? Fertilizing, right? They're using fertilizers. When they use fertilizers, all the insects are being killed. And when the crop is coming out, the crop is removed and the crop is again put into a machine and the rice is produced. So when the rice is produced, there is a very big process even the rice is produced. So in the whole process of this, aren't we committing sins, girls? Okay, we can think, why am I committing sin? The farmer is committing sin. What did I do? I've been very purely eating the rice. I am eating the rice. I didn't kill anything. The farmer did. Why did the farmer do?
For sake of us, we
For
are
our sake,
indirectly
right?
making the sense.
Yeah, that means how many sins are happening, how many creatures, how many things have been killed to eat one plate of rice, how many things have been killed, girls. That is why the Lord is telling. There is so much sin in that food, and I'm so concerned about you if you eat that sinful food. You are still entangled with karmas, with so many sins. You are putting a lot of baggage of bad karma than good karma. The Lord is telling, offer it to me. I am ready to take it for you. And when you offer it to me, it is becoming purified. And when it is purified and when you eat that, it is becoming sinless food. And when it is becoming sinless food, prashadam, it is becoming a prashadam when you offer it to the Lord. And when you're eating that sinless food, you are removing a very big baggage of bad karma. Do you think the Lord doesn't have proper food? That is why He's asking us to feed Him every day? Offer
No, to
something
No.
to Him?
purify us, our soul.
No, you know how Lord is Vaikuntapati. It is told in Sri Krishna's book that Srimati Radharani, Lakshmi Devi, the Lord is inevitable. He has no birth, he has no death. That Lord, until now, in the cycles of this birth, this ages of universe, it is told not even one time Lakshmi Devi or Srimati Radharani have cooked the same food. Every plate that Krishna gets is only eaten once. That treatment that Lord is having in Golok Vrindavan and Vaikuntadam. Not even once. Today we prepare pongal for the Lord. Next week we will prepare the same pongal and offer it to Him. But Srimati Radharani and Lakshmi Devi, not even once they have repeated a food item that they have prepared with their hand. Never. So do you think the Lord doesn't have food? That is why He's asking us to offer it to Him.
No.
No, He
No,
can
Mataji.
has the best food. He has Lakshmi cooking, the fortune who has everything in her hand. She is cooking for the Lord. What much more would be tasty than Mother Lakshmi and Mother Srimati Radharani cooking it? But why the Lord is asking you to offer it and eat it is because it's so sinful. And because of the sins we are having so much bad karma baggage. At least when you eat this prasadam which is offered to me, then you will be relieved of eating sin. So eating when are revealed of eating sin, the gunas in us change because we are offering it to the Lord and eating. See how beautifully they have told, the Lord is told, right? It is so sinful. You offer it to me, and that sin is being taken by me. And when you anything that you sacrifice it to me is being purified. So everything you have to the food, if you sacrifice it to me, it is pure. And now you're eating it as prasadam. So all the sins have been cleared. So beautifully the Lord is telling. So anybody who wants to read this, what the Lord is telling, um, yeah,
Yes, Mataji.
yeah, you can read.
My dear Arjuna, one who doesn't follow in human life the cycle of sacrifice, thus established by the Vedas, certainly leads a life full of sin, living only for the satisfaction of the senses. Such a person lives in vain.
See how beautifully the Lord is telling, oh Arjuna, in this human life, in this cycle, in this bondage, Veda certainly leads to life full of sin. Living only for your satisfaction, me, mine, and everything is a Weigh in it. You have got human body after many lifetimes. After 84 lakh species of birth, today we have got human body and understanding what is the intelligence, what is right, what is wrong. And you are wasting this in vain. So don't do that. You sacrifice it to me. And how? How do our karma is here? How karma acts in each and everybody's life? Yesterday we had so many questions. What is actual karma? Why? Because of karma, do things change? You see here, the three types of karma goods. Karmis. Karmis means who are hardworking, who work but doesn't never expect for some results. Karma kanda or karma kandis means, Shna, I should get 10 on 10, okay? If I get 10 on 10 in my 10th, I am going to come and do 108 parikrama for you. So what are we doing with Krishna, girls? With the Lord?
Barter system.
Business.
Business. We are so business minded, you see. We are also having business with the Lord. Nunaki, Devu, I will give you this. If you don't give me, I will not give you this. Aren't we doing a business? Very big
Yes,
business
sir.
minded we are.
Yes,
So we are
Mataji.
karma kandi. So this karmis means okay, who just work, who are not bothered about the results. Karma kandis are very intelligent people. They want the help of the Lord. This karmis doesn't want the help of the Lord. They only hard work. Okay, uste di rakapote radu. But this karma kandis are very intelligent. They need the help of the Lord, but very intactfully. You give me this, Lord, I'll give you this. Very intelligent karma kandi, sir. All of us are that, right? And who are karma yogis? Of course, we are three. Sometimes we do hard work and we don't wait for the results. Okay, I did this work. Maybe the result is for whatever Krishna has given. We don't think like that. And who are karma yogis? Karma yogis are who are selfless. I'm doing something, I will get something. Ani oka mood they will not have. They're selfless. I Today I'm cleaning the house. A mother, she cleans the house, she takes care of everything. But a mother also sometimes expects, okay, my children have to take care of me in the future, do that to me, do this to me. And she's also selfless sometimes, doesn't care of her body, and she takes care of us so nicely. So being selfless, karma yogis are selfless people who don't think of the results nor good. They only want to be in the service of the Lord. They're selfless. Today I will go to the temple, I'll broom the temple, I'll clean the temple. That's it. See, here there's an example of karmis. See, anybody who wants to tell me what are these posters here? Sleep,
Eating, sleeping, mating, seeing, eating, sleeping,
meeting, working. No? See, that's so self.
working.
Yeah, working. See, only work. They're not bothered of the result. See, they were so peacefully sleeping. See, so peacefully it is killing the animals. The bear is killing the animals. You see, they're so beautifully. He's very nicely eating without offering to the Lord. Nobody is bothered. He's not at all bothered of what is the result. They are karmis. Sometimes we are also that. And now you see karma kandis. Very intelligent people. Okay. Today my daughter's wedding is happening. So today, since you granted a very nice husband to my daughter, today I will offer something to you. Business minded people, karma kandis. So when it comes to karma yogis, they're very simple. They're very selfless. Karma yogis are a people who keep Krishna, the Lord, in between their life, and they revolve around their Lord. Should we all become karma yogis one day, or we have to become karmis or karma kandis? Where do we want to stand?
Karma yogas.
Karma
Karma
yogis.
yogis.
Yes, no, because karmis are very dangerous. Karma kandis are also dangerous because not even people, humans, we are directly dealing with blood. Nuna kidistana and nikidista. But karma yogis are so nice. They're so selflessly serving the Lord. What are they doing? They're just giving food to the soul. ఏం పెద్దగా చెయ్యట్లేదు karma yogis also. Not big things. Just to control the subtle body, they're giving the food to the soul. What is the food to the soul here, girls?
Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna
Eating
Mahamantra.
prasadam, reading Bhagavad Gita,
Eating prasadam,
chanting.
reading Bhagavad Gita, chanting Hare Krishna
That's
Mahamantra.
all. Use your eyes.
Hare Krishna.
Use your eyes in taking the darshan of the Lord. Use your ears in hearing to the beautiful kathas of the Lord, like how you all are doing now. Take the nose, breathe. That is, take the flowers of the Lord which are offered. Take that, breathe. And what are you doing with your mouth? Taste, tasty prasadam.
Krishna
Krishna is not regulating you, okay? Krishna is not telling, Hare, you cannot eat kachori, you cannot eat puri and all. But Krishna, see how beautifully this plate is decorated with puri, the kachoris, and there's so many sweets, no? So Krishna is not restricting on our food, but Krishna is telling, you are not my children, you all want to come back, yeah. How many days will you be apart from me? How many days you will be there only fighting with that subtle body? You all have to come back to me, no? If you want to come back to me, the bag of bad karma should turn into good karma. Only then the desires in the subtle body are reduced. So if we have to get a baggage of good karma, we have to offer it to the Lord and eat. And that is getting into a good karma. We are doing no sins. And if the Lord asks, no, I am offering every day and eating to you. Now you cannot question me, okay? Why are you eating? So, you can tell this to the Lord. So in future classes, I will tell you this also. How should we offer? Mataji, you see now, girls, now every day I eat pulhora, I eat sweets, I eat panakam, everything. But you only go to the Lord, konni atkulu, konni chakra, yes, you offer it off. But you matko, what is it called? Pancham parvarnas, that is 5 different items of foods that you eat, but it is not offered to the Lord. Kani Lord kinti atkulu, కొన్ని chipped rice and little bit of milk. Okay, you eat of this Bhagwan, ఇది నీకు చాలా ఎక్కువ ఇవాళకి. You offer that and leave Krishna. But do we all offer the, whatever we eat puliora, we make 100 different kinds of varieties. Do we all offer this to the Lord? No, we don't
No.
remember. Our minute class line కూడా రాడు. For us, important is food. So I will teach you in future classes also how easy it is to please Krishna. Krishna is very easy, and offering the process to please Krishna is also very very easy. What did Arjuna do? Did Arjuna fight with Krishna to become his disciple? What did Arjuna do? He just surrendered. Krishna, I don't have anybody, I only have you. See, Krishna is very simple, girls. We don't understand. We don't understand how to actually sacrifice everything. Krishna is not telling sacrifice everything. Krishna here is telling do both Swadharma and Nitya Dharma. So now see how beautifully here it's explained. Who wants to read this, girls?
Mataji, I want
Mataji.
to read.
Supriya, I am seeing the new hand raised. Supriya Mataji, please read.
Thank you, Mataji. Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow, and whatever standards he sets by example, by exemplary acts, all the world pursues.
See how this is so nicely explained. Yada yada achit shreyats. That means whatever a great man performs, common people will start following it. Now, if a great man is setting some standards in our life, what will we do? Now, there is a IAS officer. If one IAS officer is studied 24 hours, look at 23 hours he has studied, 1 hour he slept. Now, what is our standard going to be? We try to reach that standard. Isn't yes or no? Okay.
Yes.
He became IAS officer because he followed all this. Let me also become IAS officer by following what he has followed. So everything there is a standard. And if you see when we were young, this film actors and all used to come and they used to tell, cool drink. It's very tasty, right? And we go to the shop and we see the same cool drink which came in the ad. And now we buy it and come and drink it. So, what is happening? The people, the man is setting an example. They're setting a standard where common people are following that standard. Hare Krishna, please stay muted. So this world has become like that. You see, for example, there is a thief, girls. I'll just tell you this example. Very beautiful it is. There is a thief. Okay, that thief goes to temple, snatches all the gold chains from people. He does all the theft work in the temple premises, outside the temple premises, everywhere. And now he is desiring, he wants to get married because he has have nice gold, he has nice money. Now he wants to get married. Okay, just think, if a person was settled in his life with money, gold, and everything, how, which wife will they expect, a man will expect, how the wife should be?
Educated and decent.
Educated, decent, a nice wife who can take care of him, serve the family, take care of his parents, yes or no? But you know what this man is expecting? He's thinking, నాకంటే పెద్ద దొంగ my wife should be. She should be a better thief than me. I want such a wife. So now he searches, and he gets a better thief wife than him. And now what does that wife do? She also started doing thefting. Now they have so much gold, so much money, everything. And now the wife is pregnant. So now, since they have enough money to take care of the baby, to live very nice life, what should they think of their baby?
I think I want theft child.
A nice baby so that I can take care of him, give him education. I was not having a proper education. At least because I have money now, let me give a proper education to my kid. Yes or no? They will have that in her mind, a normal parent. But this, both
Yes.
husband and wife, the wife is having in her heart that my son should become the double thief than me and my husband. So that he will give all the profits to the house. And now there is a time that he has to come, and the baby came out, and the baby's hands were like this, girls. The parents were so worried. Why is the baby's hands like this? And then they're roaming all over the places, to going to different doctors. And now there is one doctor who came near the son, and he started checking with his stethoscope. And when he's checking, his son could reach the gold chain of the doctor. So he did his hand like this. So his hand, both the hands came off normal. And when he left this, the ring in the hand of the son fell down. So what happened? As soon as the son was born, they prayed for such a son that he wants to be a thief. So such a son was born. He directly took the chain as when the doctor was taking. And as soon as the ring fell, the parents were asking, "Is this your ring? Your ring is there." And the doctor told, "No, no, this is not my ring. It might be the sister's ring. Maybe you desired for such a son who should be thief. That is why, as soon as he is born, he has got a gold in it. He started doing theft." So how the society becomes is according to the standards set by the higher people. The common people start following. See how she prayed for a son. The son has become like that. Now whose mistake is it? Is it the mistake of the society, or is it the mistake of the parents? It's the mistake of the parents, because they
Parents.
prayed for such a son, right? In the same way, the society is becoming like that. That everything is being applied on the children. The children should become like this engineer, this doctor. My son should be like this, my son daughter should be like this. And now we, daughters or sons or our parents, they are not able to accept. Now not even one person, no, if they will be accept us, even our parents find flaws in us, right? Will they tell we are right in everything? No, they do
No.
find flaws in us, because that is very common in this material world. Flaws are very common in material world. But when the standards are set by a normal people, when common people are setting the standards, we should understand how the standards are being set by them, and just not following it blindly. And you see a beautiful lesson here. Who wants to read this? Can we be quick, girls? Sahasra?
Yes,
Ma'am?
Mataji.
Yeah, please read.
The leader should be a person who serves as an exemplary role model for our spiritual life.
It's so beautifully told. So common people set different goals, but a leader should be a person who can set the right goal. And we see we have so many leaders around the world now who are setting the standards of our spiritual dharma. And you all see the photo here is Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of ISKCON. Today, you go to the entire world, any corner of the world. We might not know Spanish, Dutch, French languages, but you go, you find a tilak, you find a kantimala in the neck, they tell Hare Krishna. That is the beautiful language that we can ever exchange in our lives. So see that great personalities like Ramanujacharya, Srila Prabhupada, they have set standards of spiritual life. They have set the right standards of the world. So today the whole world is under the one shelter of ISKCON, giving the protection to Dharma and following the protection of Dharma. How beautiful lesson is this, that we have to follow the right leader, just not blindly trusting everybody. Somebody is created some, we should learn to analyze what is wrong, what is right. Okay, so coming towards the end of the PPT, another 2 minutes we will be closing it. So here it's so beautifully told by Arjuna, "O descendant of Vrishni, by what is one impelled to sinful acts, even unwillingly, as if engaged by the force?" So here Arjuna is asking, even unwillingly, if I am doing some sinful activities, are they really karma? Will they become sinful? Even if I am unwilling, we will see the answer. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "It is lust only, Arjuna, which is born of contact with the material mode of passion and later transformed into wrath, and which is all devouring sinful enemy of this world." So Krishna is trying to explain here that it might not, we might not really have that in our heart, bad intentions, but the situations are making you to, forcing you to do that bad. But no, even if the situations are making you forced to do that bad, if you are on the Dharma side, you will not do it. For example, girls, we have a matchstick. When I light the matchstick, is it very easy to blow off? Is it easy or
Yes.
difficult? It's very easy, right?
Yes.
I do this, I leave a little bit air from my mouth, it's very easy to blow out. Now, the scents are very easily blown when it is done very less at the starting stage, even by force. I am doing with force. I've started by doing it with force. If it is in the matchstick size, it's very easy. Now we will take the second thing, mirror, which is completely full of dust. Is it easy to clean? It's a little bit difficult. We have to use some extra product to clean it, something like Colleen or some mirror cleaning product so that it will get clean. Yes or no? In the second level, we need a product
Yes.
which we are forced to do some sin. At the first stage, we could erase it. But the second stage, it became a little bit difficult. When we come to the third stage, let us consider the womb, the baby in the womb. Can you see the baby in the womb? Can you see the baby in the womb? No?
No.
No.
Oh, Mataji.
We will even forget seeing our sins. We will also forget that this what we are doing is sinful activity. First time it is matchstick, we are able to identify and it is easy to clear. But we don't realize we go into the second stage. Even if the mirror is cleaned, it is very difficult. The mirror is extra product should be used. Now third stage, can we even see? In the womb, we will even forget that what we are doing is a sin. And now we are into the complete bondage. That is what Krishna is telling. You might just think that you're doing with some force, but no, it is not with some force. You have intelligence. So you're born, you're getting into touch with this material mode. You will slowly start transforming. Once you start transforming, you will start become making so many sinful activities that you will become enemy to this world. Oh Arjuna, best of Bharatas, in the very beginning crop this great symbol of sin by regulating the senses and slay this destroyer of knowledge and self-realization. At the beginning, when we know this matchstick is can be blown and it can be cleaned, it's good. Then we realize we shouldn't go to until a stage where until
Womb
where
is
Not same.
until that we don't even identify that we are doing sins. And now, how do we tell that this mind, how to fight, defeat this enemy? So, all most of you were asking me this question yesterday through messages, through personal messages and direct messages. Mataji, you are telling now the subtle body has so many desires. How should we control these desires? How do I control my mind? It keeps wandering, Mataji. What should we do? Krishna is very simply telling. It's very easy. Control your senses. Whatever our senses? Our senses are ears, eyes, mind, nose, mouth, our genitals, all these are senses. So when you engage the senses in the service of Krishna, then you're purified. Then your mind is in your control, and you're giving food to your soul, and at the same time the subtle body is becoming weak. It is because when we have our senses in our control, will we have more desires? When you keep your mouth in your control, will you speak bad words?
No,
No.
Master.
So when we have control on our senses, then it's very easy to keep our subtle body, that is our mind, in our control. And how will that happen? By engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord. It might be like anything. You hear about Him, you see Him, you talk about Him, you eat prasadam, you read Bhagavad Gita. All the senses are under the service of the Lord. That means all the senses, whatever good karma or bad karma that we are doing, is submitted. We have submitted onto the lotus feet of the Lord. So it's very easy to tact our mind, but we need dedication to it. So it's a very beautiful chapter. So these are the key takeaways that we learned today. What is karma? We learned what is karma. Any work that we do is karma. It might be a bad karma, it might be a good karma. But what we work for Krishna is selfless. But what we just do it for ourselves is selfish. So which karma is better, girls? Work for Krishna or work for ourselves?
Karma Yoga. Krishna.
Yeah. Be a spiritual leader. Your actions, your actions
Influence others.
influence others. Anybody sees you, they should feel so happy. How beautiful this girl is, yeah. This young age, she beautifully knows what is right, what is wrong. She's able to tackle she has so much knowledge. They have to think how beautiful she is and how good standard she is following. So our actions are very important. One day we might become the leader. One day we might stand in a position to teach many, or even if we don't stand, one day many people will see and learn from us. Controlled desires. Lust and anger are real enemies. So here the Lord is telling lust and anger is our real enemies. When we are angry, we will forget. Why Krishna is telling lust and anger are our real enemies? If we see Duryodhana, just because he was lusty of for what he was lusty,
Having
girls.
Dronacharya and Bhishma. Great
He was lusty
warriors.
for his kingdom. He was lusty for Draupadi, right? Just because he had lust, he made Draupadi stand in front of that big sabha like that. And when we have lust, we lose all the intelligence. And when we have anger, we will lose all the intelligence. So these both are our real enemies, where we will be seeing much more about this in our future classes, but these are our real enemies. This is the main control that we have to give. Use wisdom. Bhagavad Gita helps us for fight inner battles. So it's a very beautiful chapter which is told by the Lord. And these are the why does Krishna, these are the things that we will be seeing in tomorrow's chapter. Why does Krishna appear again? The power of chanting. What is the game of karma? So, yesterday we were seeing what is the game of karma. Like, why do a person, do we give up our body because of our karma, or already is it written? So, we will learn this tomorrow. What is good karma, what is bad karma, what is winning, what is losing, what will happen when we have much more bad karma, what will happen when it's more good karma. Who can receive divine wisdom? Just intelligence, it's enough. There's a special qualification to have it. Shortcut to cross the ocean of birth and death. So Krishna is very merciful, girls. He thinks these are all my children. They are all my children. How can I make the process easy for them? I will not make it difficult. Remember, we pushed Krishna away and we have come. But Krishna is still concerned about us. When will my daughter or son come back? So we will learn all this in the next chapter. So thank you so much, girls. It was so very nice that all of you were active throughout this chapter, and I was so happy to see all of you active like this. So do you have any questions you all can ask me, or any other doubts or any feedback you all can still give me?
Thank you.
You all can post it here.
Yeah, as one of the um, like devotee requested, Please also read the shlokas, ma'am, if you can.
Yeah, actually, we can read shlokas. There is no problem. But did you all see like our time is 9 o'clock, but we are
Exactly.
almost like 9:10. It's
Truly, truly
because we
understood.
have very less time. We have very concise time. It is only 1 hour where we have to complete the whole chapter. And I have to give
Understood.
you the knowledge of the whole chapter. I cannot do adharma for all of you. I have to do my dharmic way, giving the right knowledge to all of you all. So shlokas, even if we skip now, in our future classes, there will be separate shloka sessions where I will teach you all shlokas. But now, yeah, I will read where important shlokas come, I will for sure read it. But please forgive me for not reading the shlokas and making you repeat it because we have very concise time, girls.
So, no problem, ma'am, we understand.
Yeah.
So,
Hare
yes,
Krishna
in
Mataji.
few of the Bhagavad Gita or Gitas are, they only make sing and make us understand how to repeat the
Yeah,
Sanskritic
that
words.
we will do it in the future.
Yeah, yeah, we can do
Understand
that
Bhagavad
later, ma'am. But
Gita. If you
understanding is great.
understand Bhagavad Gita,
True.
future is very easy. Like learning shlokas is
Understanding.
very easy.
Exactly. Understanding is more important.
Yeah. Thank you so
Hare
much.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, I would like to give a
Hare
feedback.
Krishna.
Can we do it one by one? I'm so sorry for this. So can we go with Vandana Mataji? You wanted to tell something?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Actually, I wanted to know the difference between two dharmas, Nitya Dharma and Sattva Dharma.
Swadharma. Okay. Swadharma is the dharma that we do it onto the service of the Lord. That means we are selfless. We are karma yogis. Swadharma means we do it everything to the Lord. Nitya dharma is our duties. Like I have to get up, I have to cook, I have to take care of my body, I have to take care of my people around me, I have to still go to college, I have to still work, I have to earn so that I can take care of my family. All this comes under our Nitya dharmas. Do you think if we don't earn, we'll be able to eat? If we are not able to eat, will we survive?
No, Mataji.
No, all this comes under Nitya Dharmas. So Krishna is telling Swadharma, yes, Swadharma is very, very important to tackle your subtle body. But at the same time, you have to do your Nitya Dharma also. Because without Nitya Dharma is for Kshatriyas, what is Nitya Dharma? For Arjuna, what is Nitya Dharma? If he sees Adharma,
So to
he
fight,
has to kill it, he has to fight it. For us, what is Nitya Dharma?
to earn,
Prescribed
to
activities.
kill
So
our
there's so many prescribed activities which you will be learning in the future classes. So that is the difference between Swadharma and Nitya Dharma. Did I answer your question?
Thank you, Mataji. Yes.
Hi Krishna. So if we can raise your hands, I can answer one by one. Viju Mataji? Okay, you have lowered your hand. Anybody else? Yeah, Sirisha Mataji.
Yes, yes. Hello.
Yes, Viju Mataji.
So might be this is a silly question, but it was there in my mind, so I'm asking. So just few minutes ago, you told about some thief story. He's a sannyasi. He went and he did. So what if it happens in real life, but he's not a sannyasi? What we have to react? How we react? Matlab, we don't have desires, but still, if they do like that, what should we have to means?
Very nice
What is the
question.
reaction?
Very nice question. See, every time there is no need that we have to be humble. Every time we shouldn't take okay that person is pure. Remember one thing: we are all living in Kali Yuga. Everybody cheat. In future, you will understand in some chapters where Krishna will tell that we are cheating ourselves also. So there is everywhere cheating. So I just gave you a situation that was brahmachari and that was the mood of devotees, what I wanted to tell. But this happens, there are laws, right? There is a law. We shouldn't take law in our hands, but when such situation comes up, we can still follow the law. Did I answer your question, Viju Mataji?
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you. Sirisha Mataji?
yeah.
Just like to give a feedback to you.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
it's like you are giving real life examples that we are able to connect easily and grasp that knowledge. So previously I even joined in some of the Bhagavad Gita classes, but we are unable to, like, I thought we can learn and try to understand. Even I tried to learn on my own self by reading Bhagavad Gita. So, which was like just last month where I started, and after that, Rasika Fest happened, and I was like, okay, Krishna wants me to give this kind of knowledge. And when I started to listening this kind of examples with detailed explanation, and it's just like oh, this is what I have to understand. And I think Hare Krishna, he has already answered my questions and he resolved all my worries. So thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you so much. It is the knowledge that I have gotten from my gurus, from the parampara, that today I am able to deliver it to all of you all. I am very blessed, and I am very blessed that all of you are hearing to me. Thank you for taking your time and hearing it to it. I'm blessed to, teach 10 Bhagavad Gita about you, whatever Krishna is directly given to us.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
anybody else? Here, girls, you are asking about the lecture 2 video. I have already shared it in the group. If you see, I've put 2 links, and if you go to that links, there is also a playlist. If you go to a playlist section, we have IVFH Gita Sandesh 8 p.m. that is there, but I don't suggest you depend on the videos. Okay, because our live sessions are very, very important. I am providing this video only for the sake who are not attending the classes. At least by seeing that, they will understand that they are losing the most precious classes and they will join in. That is the only criteria of giving you recordings. If not, I really don't like giving recordings, girls, because it has become like okay, when I'm free I can hear it. No, you have to attend it live. You have to understand the solutions. You will have 100 questions. You have to get the solutions for it. So don't make it a habit to depend on the video. Rather, let us meet directly and utilize this 1 hour to identify ourselves. This time you're not giving for anybody. You're not giving it to somebody else. This time you're giving it for yourself. This is for us. Can't we give only 1 hour of time in 24 hours for us? Throughout the whole day, we are not giving our times to ourselves anywhere. Everywhere we are working for that, for this, for this, that thing. Self time, this 1 hour, for this 18 days, you try giving. Later, you all question me, then I'll answer you. Maji, you told 18 days you give, but I gave 18 days, but nothing was used. I will give you then the answer if you really get this question. Okay? So, yeah, if God responsible of feeding like father, then why people die of hunger? As we will be seeing this in the next chapter about karma, what is good karma, what is bad karma. Every suffering that we are going through is just because of our desires that we had, and our karma that we are making. We are suffering today we have left the Lord and come into this world is because of our desire. It is told Krishna was worried. Krishna will be calling us, oh my dear daughter, please don't go. I'll just give you an explanation there. Vaikunta planet is there, and this Earth is there. Okay, all of us are in the Vaikunta planet. All of us are in the Vaikunta planet, and when we are in the Vaikunta planet, we see towards this Earth, and this Earth is looking very beautiful. We tell Krishna, Krishna, this earth is so very beautiful. Krishna, let me go have a look and come. Krishna tells, no, it is just beautiful from outside. If you go inside, there is something very big. Please don't go, my dear child. Krishna will be coming and pulling us. Don't go near that, my dear child. It is for outside, it is just an attraction, but inside there is some bondage. If you get into that, it is very difficult to come. So Krishna will be pulling us, but we will tell Krishna, you don't know, I am feeling that is very attractive, then Goloka, let me go. We will push Krishna away and come to this material world. And when we start coming here, any work that we do is become our karma. Any work, as a dog, as a dog is doing its karma, a tree is doing its karma. So everything, it's their karma, is the good karma or bad karma, that we will be seeing what is good karma, what is bad karma in the next chapter, 4th chapter. But everything is our work. Because of our work, our desires, our karma, we take up life according to it. A comfortable life, even in that comfortable life, there is no comfortable life. I know there are people who are with hunger, and we cannot blame karma, because yes, it is their karma, but Lord has given us also to help them. I know it is very difficult for people who are dying with hunger, but yeah, it is their karma. But the Lord is also sent so many of us. We are comfortable. Why can't we feed them? Right? So we will see this also in the next chapter. Mataji, can you please reply to my question? What is your question, Haribol? How to control our senses, Mataji? I clearly told no Haribol in the chapter. It's very simple. Engage all your senses in Krishna's service. You hear about him, you read about him with your eyes, you talk about him, you chant his name, you breathe his, the lotus incenses of the flowers. It's very simple. You engage all your senses in the service of the Lord. In future classes, we will see it much more deeper, like how my mind will wander in 100 places, Mataji. How can I control my mind? In future classes, we will see this also, how to control our mind. Mataji, can you repeat 3 yugas? There are totally 4 yugas. Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and that right now we are living in Kali Yuga. There are totally 4 yugas, Mataji, Prachi Mataji. Yeah. Nikita Mataji, you have some question?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Can you please repeat Sattva Guna, Thamva Guna, and Rajaguna?
Yeah,
Can you
there are
please
3
repeat it?
gunas in our body, in each and every person. That is Sattva, Raja, and Tamo. Sattva guna is remaining very peaceful, taking every situation to tackle, very happy, very peaceful, very light-hearted, very soft-hearted, and very sattvic they are. No anger, no lust, no kama, krodha, moha, mada, matsalya. That is Sattva guna. It's coming to Rajaguna. Everything is rajasic. The thought process, I have to do that, I have to do this, bossing over people, taking handover of everything, controlling things, having many things. We know our heart and our mind is only are not under our control, but trying to have things in our control is rajoguna. And tamoguna is always feeling lazy. Okay, I'm tired, let me sleep. Okay, I got up, let me eat. This is tamoguna, always eat, sleep, rest, not realizing what is the need of our life. Did I answer your question, Nikita Mataji?
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Please.
Any other questions, girls?